Hey, what's good? Hey, we're growing as an army, by the way. The Modern Apes army over here is growing week by week. www.patreon.com/The Modern Apes. It's $4 to get you in on that monkeying around level where you get a bonus final stop weekly. And if you really want to dive in, we just got a couple follower Gus $10 homies last week. Be like them. Vote for Pedro. Join the Modern Apes Patreon. And if you want to deep dive into the higher level, if you want to become a follower Gus, if you want to know when my new court dates are, Tristan, tell them what they win.
They win the $10 level, the internal affairs. We go over several things. We learn how drunk Haley got backstage at Madison Square Garden.
Yeah.
And also the impending legal litigations of Daniel Bridgegap.
Hey, what's up? Welcome back to another episode of The Modern Apes. I'm your host, Daniel Bridgegap. It's the first sweater day of the year here in New York City. New York City. Despite what my co-host says, he will.
I like co-pilot. You almost said it.
Yeah, we're in the cockpit. I like that.
Yeah.
These are very cockpit-worthy seats. To my right, as always, we're live from the Wit Studio. It's the Vampire King, King Possum, Lord Meerkat, it's Tristan Bowling.
Mush, 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 mush.
I think that got us stricken down by the algorithm last time.
What?
They didn't like the Asian influence of the... I realize this is a heart now. Lazy as hell. Lazy as hell.
Yeah, it's a red heart because we did just enjoy some Takis.
Because it was this... Oh, we did enjoy Takis. You like the set piece? You like that? I'm having a nice White Claw with Tristan today.
Yeah, it's a good time. Honestly, do you know what? Crack one if you got one. I'd like for that to be the vibe of the podcast.
I would love if we became a drinking podcast. If we could just schlep out shitty bourbon and just overtake the market with...
Oh, you think I'm shilling out bourbon? You're out of your mind.
No, not bourbon. We do a tequila.
We would do a soft tequila, but definitely...
What the fuck is a soft tequila?
I mean, I'm saying we do a soft tequila, but I would like a little bit of light beer. I feel like we can both appreciate that.
I feel like, yes, but I feel like that's a more diluted market. Everyone and their grandma has a fucking... That'd be like trying to put a seltzer out. Bud Light has a seltzer. Good luck.
Well, guess what? If we have relatively well-known... Do you think if Bud Light wasn't sponsoring Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast and a microbrewery hit them up just being like, we could put this on shelves? Like Matt and Shane's Secret Brew?
No, because if Bud Light didn't hit them up, Coors Light would. And then if Coors Light didn't, then Miller Light would. That's so diluted. You have a better chance.
I want Coors Light to hit us up so bad.
I pray about that nightly.
Yeah.
You have a better chance of doing a hard alcohol because people are snootier about it. It's like how people are with bands. If they find a band when they're still like almost at garage level, people get stiff over that. No one gets stiff about finding a new... Honestly, if you pull up with a new light beer, like the light beer is the wheel. Stop reinventing it. It's been figured out. It's not going to get any better than insert your level
I
of...
want to make it mine.
You want to be Hulk?
Start doing,
you want to have a real American ale?
I would start putting out like those Halo 3 like cans and shit like that where you can redeem it for points on the bottom.
Cortana Lights is going to bankrupt you and your family. You think it's...
This is the house that Cortana built.
Cortana Light. Cortana Zeros.
I'm giving the Covenant back their beer.
Yeah, but you... there's Halo Reach would be the non-alcoholic one. Halo Reach sucks shit.
Halo Reach was awesome.
Don't dispute that. Oh, here we go. Mind. Here come the nerds in the comments.
Halo
it sucked
Reach
ass.
was amazing.
Halo 3 was the end game of the Halo franchise.
Halo 3 was a staple. It was perfect.
It was the end game.
It was not the end game. ODST, I would say.
I beat ODST. Shut the fuck.
ODST was dope.
Who wants to go from playing as a Spartan to a Marine? Nigga, you want to go play as a group of fucking grunts for what reason?
Because I want to feel what it's like, dude. I want to know the story of the fellow Marine.
That
you're
whole
running
game...
past and you see all these Space Marines bodies and you're like, who is that guy?
I'm gonna ruin that game for you. Can you look up what year ODST came out? And then can you also look up what year Battlefront 2 came out? Because they looked at that game and they said, I bet you our nerds are like their nerds.
Well, Star Wars Battlefront 2, like the original came out in like...
Not the original. Battlefront 2, where they fucking stroked off Jedis the whole game. All you would do is play as clones and then be like, a Jedi has entered the battlefield. And then 3 guys on Xbox Live would come and then it would just flip to Mace Windu running around Coruscant or something.
Do you know what? You would put in... It's cool to put in heavy work as a dope clone.
See, look,
ODST
2009
came out in ODST came out in 2009, 2017.
No, that's the remake. What's the Xbox Battlefront 2 version? I would imagine it's the same.
The
it's
original?
close. It's a little bit before, within Nutshot. Thank you. They looked at it and said, "We'll take that." Because if it got put out in 2000, that means
You can't even play as a Spartan in Halo ODST. Can you?
You for sure can. You for fucking sure can. They looked at it and they said, "What do guys like? They like edging."
So the topic is crash outs today, and I'm about to throw my fist through Daniel's cerebral cortex.
Hey, everything after Halo 3 sucked, and I stand on business.
No.
All right, let me give you this. I was because I'll ask you about your crash out moments. I almost had one. An issue that I have with people is when they don't understand small talk. I was at a comedy club the other day, and there was two people sitting at the bar, and one of the dudes was controlling the TV. He worked there. He was behind the bar, and he put on the second Hunger Games. The Hunger Games, I don't know, fucking Katniss's asshole. Yeah, that one. And I was
Did I
like,
nail it? Was it Catching Fire?
it is Catching Fire.
Fuck yeah, dude.
And I looked, I was like,
That hit me in like 7th grade, right when like reading books was kind of not gay. So like
we went to different 7th grades.
Well, the thing is, we read like as a class the first Hunger Games.
All right.
And then like it kind of became one of those things where like in the second one is coming out soon, and we're like, oh fuck.
Kids, husky kids alike, don't crinkle your panties or ruin your light up shoes. There's a second book on the way.
Dude, on it, are you out of your mind?
I mean movie.
Movie. In the same year the movie came out, tell me in the locker room you want to go.
No, they were universally
and everyone
cool.
would go like that.
It was the biggest fucking movie I think they were released in the summers. It was always like the summer blockbuster.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was like the big, everyone liked
And then it turned into aliens at the end?
Well, you should never go past 3 movies. Anytime you go past 3 movies.
They go to like the big citadel and they go in the sewers and it's like Soylent Green is people. Like, I don't.
That's what happened. Yeah. It should have went all the way to the point where they
went Snowpiercer with it, I think.
They should have. They went full Blade Runner where you're like, hey, once you overthrow the big thing, you should stop going past that. Well, okay.
Aren't they? They're doing like a Younger Games, right? Where it's Young Hunger Games.
No, that. Well, that's the only way they can go because the Hunger Games stop now, unless they do like or unless you belittle the books and the whole series by being like, just kidding, all of that was for naught.
Yeah, the Ballad of the Songbird.
Oh yeah, then that has to be some prequel nonsense.
Yeah, some prequel shit.
This feels like Fantastic Beasts and How to Make Them Come or whatever the hell. I didn't appreciate.
Peter Dinklage is in it.
That doesn't. What the fuck does that have to do with the price of tea in China? You think Peter Dinklage can't do a shitty 7th variation of the Hunger Games?
He was in the new Dexter.
I'm sure that's fine.
I heard it's really good. Haley's seen all of it.
It's fine.
It's like it's supposed to be fantastic.
All right, let me finish this fucking Hunger Games thing, and then we'll get into crashing out. There's a common courtesy amongst small talk. There's 2 guys, and the guy that works behind the bar is also dating this girl, so I'm treating it as such. I'm just trying to be nice, being like, hey, what's up? Oh, is this the Hunger Games? I like the Hunger Games. I was big into these whenever I was in middle school. Same exact shit you just said. And this lady looks at me in a very like bitchy tone, is like, oh yeah? What's your favorite one?
She checked your gangster. And
I hit her with the Mockingjay Part 2 because I don't know. That's ingrained in my head. And she goes, oh, and I go, yeah, a lot of people don't like the second one. I do, and
not the second.
I've never seen the no, but like the part 2. A lot of people don't like the part 2, and the only reason I say that, never seen it, never seen Harry Potter and the fucking
Deathly Hallows.
This Is It Part 2. Never seen any.
Yeah,
no one likes a part 2. There's never been a good part 2 in the history of part 2s of 9 movie franchises. That's never once happened.
Well, no, Endgame. That was like Infinity War Part 2.
What number is that, though?
I don't know.
And it's not a part 2. They didn't name it part 2. I'm talking specifically P.2.
Well, they thought like when you went into the theaters for Infinity War, you thought that was going to be like the end all be all. And then everyone died. And you're just like, eh. And they're like, they will return. So you're like, okay, guess there's more.
To be fair, there's an argument that Infinity War is better than Endgame.
Why? Yeah.
There's an argument.
I would love. There's not an argument. You have an argument on why Endgame is not as.
Why
good.
wouldn't it be? It's the only thing that got niggas. Niggas were over here in the theater being like, what about Spider-Man? He's fine. He's going to be okay.
When he came back, dude, I still to this day will go on YouTube and watch reactions to Infinity War. No, Endgame. In theaters, watch the theater reaction. I'll be there and be like, yeah.
You know what it's like? It would be like when we were growing up when wrestling, when Cena would lose the belt, it would shock and awe niggas. And then it would be on like a PLE. And then immediately the Monday Night Raw after that, he would come out of nowhere, win the belt back. They'd play the good guy music.
Yeah, well,
that's what Endgame was.
Mountain Dew is rotten through your
If
brain.
they had
Who gives a fuck about the WWE compared to Marvel?
Yeah, I already put my cousin through fucking 3 mattresses. We're fine. It's
yeah, no one's been like, you can't go watch Iron Man because you keep sending your son through coffee tables.
I already got spanked twice by my mom for trying to do a DDT on my brother.
Yeah.
All right, but we're talking crashing out.
Crash out.
When's the most recent crash out you had? Mine's more obvious.
The most, yeah. Internal affairs, please join. But my most recent crash out, I don't really have that many crash outs. I wouldn't define many things as like an ultimate crash out.
That's why I said before we started, you don't crash out, you spaz, which is like the male equivalent of like a, I'm going to say this with love, and this is the only way I can describe this. You are a beta that has a high intensity for aggression, which equals spazzing, because you're never going to fucking curb stomp someone, but you will go, hey.
The opportunity has never been presented, I'll be fair. If there was a line to curb
stomp. Did you have a bully in elementary school that would just hit you?
Well, I thought we were buddies. that was my part.
He would just get beat.
That was
and
my
just
issue.
Never saw the window of opportunity to fight back.
The thing is, he was relatively, because like I was like kind of friends with some of his lesser friends, so like he would just fuck with me, and I would just be like, "That's him, I guess." And like, no, but he would do some really fucked up stuff to me. He would put. It was like biological weapon shit. He'd put like hand sanitizer, like a hand full of hand sanitizer, and like smack me in the face with it. So
it honestly makes more sense to fight him then than now, because now it'd be like, oh, if a guy's mess with you, everyone's got careers, we're adults, we could get tried. You're in 6th grade. Punch this nigga in his nuts.
It hasn't stopped some people, Daniel, but at the same time,
I know I'm on my high horse over here with the case pending.
Yeah, no, but no, we it was definitely, the thing is, I got my revenge, because then eventually it was like,
you told for sure.
No, of course not. It was like when I started smoking weed in elementary school, people wanted to smoke weed, and I'd be like, no. I'd let some people in, then he'd be like, yo, can we smoke weed with you? And I'm like, no, not you, Travis.
What'll let the current carry you out against the riptide?
I'm like, I'm sorry, Travis. No bee stings here. Which bee stings where he would take a thumbtack, and while you're in line for like lunch or something, he would just go like bop, 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 like all over your back.
That's not a bee sting. That is assault and grounds to whoop someone's ass. That's crazy.
I mean,
your dad
he was
gotten
also
a phone call that was like, "Hey, Tristan got in a fight today," and then just knowing your dad, he's not a pro fight fan.
And they wonder why I didn't love school.
Right? He's not. Your dad's not a pro fight fan, so of course he'd be appalled and be like, "Holy shit, Tristan got in a fight with," and then they'd be like, "Yeah, a kid jabbed him with a tack 7 times." Your dad'd be like, oh, all right. Did he kick him in the grundle? What happened?
No, it was like more like, dude, fuck off. And he's like, I'm just fucking around. I'm like, well, it hurts.
Sometimes you got to turn the other cheek so that too can get pierced.
Yeah.
Fucking
sorry, I was following the teachings of Jesus Christ.
Yeah. All right. Outside of my pending case crash out, I did have one time that I fucking fully spazzed on.
I could have had a crash out like 2 days ago.
Who?
Me.
Why?
Because I was walking home from CVS, just got my pills, and
what pills?
The ones that I need.
I thought that you didn't. During the internal affairs, I have new questions for this bald-headed kid that I guess is back on the juice.
Not necessarily. We'll figure it out. But at the same time, I was walking, and you know how like it'll be like a narrow sidewalk, but they're doing some work next to the sidewalk, so they have like barricades out to where you can walk in the road for a slight second to go back onto the sidewalk.
Okay.
So I'm walking, notice the sidewalk's jam-packed. I'm like, I'm gonna be walking faster than all these people. Go around, and there's just a guy with like a bag over his shoulder, and just walking, and walking towards me. No.
All right.
Pill guy is CVS.
CVS.
Just got out.
Certified.
Yeah.
All right.
Good.
And so Dwayne Reed sluts.
Yeah, no. I wouldn't demean myself to the DR.
You're not going to a guy. You're basically still going to a guy. If you're going to Dwayne Reed to pick up anything.
Yeah, like
I picked up pills from a Dwayne Reed once.
Yeah, that's bad news.
You played with a Dwayne Reed.
You shouldn't be doing Dwayne Reed. No, but I was walking past him, and like I saw his gaunt. And I'm like, I'm trying to like get around him. So he goes on the outside. I'm like, oh, then I'll cut through the inside and like go around him to be on the side of the sidewalk.
I don't like you out in the world checking out dudes' gaunts.
No. I was seeing where he was walking. You do the same math when you're walking down the New York City
I do
street.
different math. I go, I'm 6'3", and if anyone walks faster than me, you have to be taller. Otherwise, I'm very tight about it.
You walk very slow.
Does not matter.
You walk
doesn't
very
matter.
slow.
The tallest guy on the sidewalk gets to set the pace the same way that the biggest guy at the gym gets to decide what thing he uses.
Incorrect. I walk with efficiency.
Any math, and that would drive me up a wall.
I walk with efficiency. You can't keep up.
Especially the fact that you walk heel first, and I don't know how that's biologically possible for a human to do, would drive me
You are lucky that I don't walk like ball of my foot first.
That's
like
how
if
I
I was
walk.
pigeon-toed.
No, you're misconstruing ball of foot with pigeon-toed. Pigeon-toed is, first of all, your ball of foot is on this side of your
not
foot.
the ball of your foot.
Pigeon-toed
I mean,
niggas
like,
walking their pinky toe, which is
no,
weird.
yeah, like the top, the
Weird.
tippy top of your
They
feet.
walk in. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, no, you're lucky, dude. If I was pigeon-toed, we would not be friends. I know that for a certain fact.
Why? Now, the perfect makeup, by the way, for an athlete is either slightly, you have to have some deficiency, either slightly knock-kneed, slightly bow legs, slightly pigeon-toed, and your coach has to have one of your weird penguin feet like you have, where they just stand out and kind of squat down.
You just kind of weeble wobbling on the sidelines. You do.
You walk like, can you look up the red bad guy from the Powerpuff Girls, the gay lobster?
No, I don't look like that guy.
Could you walk kind of like cock out first?
I think do you know that big is in the same vein of red guys, the big red guy from the Looney Tunes who's just all fur with like two big shoes coming out the side of it?
Sure. Yeah.
No, I'm not that guy. What do you mean he walks outwards? He walks on his very tippy toes.
But his dick, I'll give you that. All right. Never
I think you're completely wrong in this.
Never mind. I am completely wrong. You're still
I'm not him.
No,
isn't that the name of him? Him?
give off that guy's energy, though. that's
First
his
off,
name, him?
His name is him.
Whoa, they let us watch this in prime time?
Yo, they're queer coding some crazy shit.
Yo, there's lobster, shrimp, devil, and... By the way, I walk past 3 niggas that look like this in Brooklyn
thigh-high
daily.
boots.
Daily, yeah.
What is it, the Pride Festival, or what are we in, Soho?
No, it's a Tuesday in fucking Williamsburg, dog. I see it.
That guy's got so much money. If you see that dude in Williamsburg walking around, you're like, fuck, you know so many cool people.
He goes
I bet
by
you have a photo with Emma Stone.
Yeah, he goes by him to his friends, but if you call him to his face, he's a real problem with it.
Yeah. His name is him, and his pronouns are she, her.
Him. Yeah, my name is Hillary Amen Mendez. Why? What about it?
Yeah. I'm surprised you could pull that out.
Hillary Amen Mendez?
Yeah.
I do this. I hate that the same way that you get annoyed every time.
3 things.
Me, your mom, your fucking aunt.
Yeah. You have a notable tough time listing just literally any 3 things.
I hit amen.
Yeah, amen.
Hillary Amen Mendez?
I mean, some might argue that that's an E, but
Some might argue that amend is just still Mendez, and I just didn't have a real third.
Amen Mendez. It's a real Doug Dimmadome. Doug Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Amen Mendez, owner of the Metroplex. How you doing?
No,
That's 5 things, cocksucker. All right, get into your story.
yeah,
About 30
no.
minutes.
So I was trying to find. I was trying to cut. You know, I was thinking about race lines.
Yeah.
You know, when you try to bank a corner as hard as you can, I'm like, what is the most efficient way around this guy?
Right, because we've realized if you don't take the most efficient way, you will get lit.
And yeah, and let me tell you what, this guy was fucking reverse driver on the highway. He just walked right into me.
Yeah.
Like my elbow on his belly. And then I look at him and he's just standing there looking at me. And I have to like give him a once over like, fuck, do I know you? I'm like, only someone I know would be this comfortable.
Do I know you? Do you know me?
And no, like this comfortable coming up to me. And I'm like, I take out my AirPod. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And he's just like, fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of the way. And I'm like, dude, you're crazy. Like, get the fuck away from me. And then he just stood there and just was looking at me.
This is a regular guy or notable homeless?
Not even, he didn't look homeless. He looked like he had a bag over his shoulder, like just like he was carrying laundry or some shit like that.
Okay.
And he just like walked into my zone. And I'm like, if I was a 10-time world champion, I would have not taken that slide.
Right, but seeing as how you're not that and you're you, why are you talking to random niggas on the street?
I said, what the fuck is wrong? I said, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck away from me.
What the fuck? Say you just said what? Say verbatim what you said.
I
quote.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
You in certain areas and ethnic groups, that is inviting a fight. That is crazy.
He invited confrontation by getting all up in my shit.
Right. Which means he might have been wanting to fight. There's crazy niggas out there like that will just bump you. They have '09 club energy.
But why?
Well, they've got told no do-rags, tall tees, or boots, and now they're in the club.
I wanted him to know that his behavior was nonplussed.
That's crazy. You're going to get fucking slapped.
I said sayonara.
And what happened? Nothing?
Nothing.
You got lucky. Oh, you got lucky.
Nothing. I was just like, what the fuck? And he just stood there and was just looking at me. I'm like, you're fucking crazy, dude, and walked away.
Yeah. What are you going to do if that guy grabs you? What's your defense? Are you going to rely on your 230-pound makeup? What about your years of contact sports or jiu-jitsu? No. You're going to tell him you can...
No. I tell him, hey, listen, you got the wrong guy. Why don't we take a few steps back? Maybe go into this bodega, grab a Shasta.
Saying that you got the wrong guy.
You got the wrong guy. Let's go grab a Shasta.
Hey, take it easy, man.
And then when he doesn't look, eyes and genitals. That's what I go for first.
Oh, my God.
I attack him how a primate attacks.
Based off of what you just told me, you should be the nicest guy.
Eyes, hands, and genitals.
You should be able to be beat around like a Honda crash test dummy before you get to... Basically, someone should have to fucking sweet chin music your lady before you're like, do we have a problem? And even that should be a question. That should be like, do we have an issue?
No.
Before you get in there.
Well, the thing is, there's different ways to say, do we have a problem?
You said fucking. Do we have a fucking problem? If that's me, yes. Now we have a fucking issue. If we didn't before, now we for sure got a fucking problem.
You just, the thing is, it doesn't really matter because I feel like these things, if it wasn't me that happened to with that guy.
He only did it because it was you.
No, I swear to God, it would be the guy.
He wouldn't have
You
done
think
it
I was the only guy on the docket for that day?
No, but he
You think a guy carries that energy and he says,
put it this
done.
way. You know how I know this? Because I was thinking on the subway today, I was listening to The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly because the guy I'm doing is a cowboy and I was getting into a real fucking... like just a real cowboy vibe. I was thinking probably the biggest wet dream that I have in my life as of right now as a 27-year-old grown man is defending my family's honor. So like my wife or my kids or whatever. But when I was thinking about it, the perfect version of that scenario is a guy that looks like you, because I don't want a chance to get my ass kicked. So like that guy might have just been having a bad day. He's not going to do it to me. He's looking for you. He's going to hit you in the fucking shoulder and be like, I hope this guy says something.
No, and I didn't. He did nothing. So
again, look, you were playing Russian roulette with an Albanian guy, I'm sure, walking.
Click, 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 click. There's nothing. He's not doing shit.
Maybe you should have joined the armed forces. You're the type of guy that could be like peeking out of like a fucking bunker and a bullet goes right by your head. And you're like, missed, pussy. Like not thinking if it went 7 more inches to the right, you're fucking done.
Yeah, I do think if it was like a World War II situation and just like the concrete exploded behind my head, I'd be like, that was wild, huh?
Holy shit, huh, fellas? Bet you that guy wishes he hit me, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, back to it.
Yeah, can't wait to get back to the bunker and play Quake, and niggas are looking at you like...
I'm so glad a milkman's fucking my girlfriend right now.
My wife's fucking a 19-year-old. I'm so glad that bullet missed.
Yeah. No.
All right, you psychopath. We'll fucking get into your thing you brought.
Oh yeah, the crash out.
The fact you see no issue with that is insane. Also, the fact that I'm the one with the case is even crazier.
Yeah, don't let it get that far.
I would never do it to a public guy.
Yeah,
and there should never be cops called for a domestic dispute, and I will run later one day for office on that exact.
All right, Raja. So, I'm going to talk about the first American crash out.
George Washington?
No, the Boston Tea Party.
Okay, I was close.
Yeah,
I was close.
So the target of
I say constantly all the time, anytime an English person or someone from the UK does something I don't like, which is pretty much walking, talking, or breathing, I always say after we dumped the tea in the harbor, we should have spun the block because that should just be America East, and there's no reason it shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, dude. Imagine if we just really think about it in your head. If there was a subsect of like all of America that really gave a shit about soccer, like all the people,
football, and the old England Monarchs would be the second best football team in the AFC.
No, I'm saying
that's what we should have done.
No, I'm saying like
nothing on the old England Monarchs. I reside. All right, that was good.
I would like
Fuck
to
you,
submit
niggas. I'm having an episode and people are looking at me like nothing's happening.
Yeah, I can tell you're having an episode.
Having a day, buddy.
No, but could you imagine if like we literally in America gave a shit about like people in Kentucky where like, it was college football for me, and then college soccer just took over.
Till I realized Arkansas needed a new left mid.
Yeah, we could honestly orchestrate a Harlem Globetrotters of a soccer team that would annihilate the world if we really gave a shit about it.
There's been this argument, if LeBron was raised, if it was culturally like you didn't get called gay to play soccer, if LeBron and all these niggas were just raised by like, if Pele was LeBron's GOAT, we may be a problem in the World Cup. Luckily, we live in the reality that I prefer to be in, where no one cares.
We can buy Messi.
Yeah. Well,
bring him to Miami.
To be fair, we can buy the 40-year-old Messi that has 2 flat tires and a couple of ankle surgeries, and
still does his shit though.
Yeah,
wearing that pink flamingo uniform.
Yeah, the Latiners love him down there in Miami or wherever.
Oh, dude, when I was in Miami, before the cruise ship thing, there's like stores that were just like local Miami soccer team.
They do the same thing with Josh Allen in Buffalo. Make no mistake. He's on like ketchup bottles and fucking mustard packets, and he's everywhere. He has toilet paper.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not joking. He has toilet paper.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Also, Jeff from the Wiggles died of a benzo overdose.
I don't think that's true. I'm positive that's not true.
I'm positive he's on toilet paper.
I promise he's alive. So the target of the Boston Tea Party was the British implementation of the Tea Act in May 10th, a day before my birthday.
They wanted to tax the tea, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So May 10th, the day before my birthday, 1773, several years before my birthday. Which allowed the East Indian Company to sell tea from China in the colonies without paying taxes, apart from those imposed by the Townsend Acts.
And now we just let Chinese people directly buy property in America. So, I mean, if you want to think about it, they had the best come up. They said, fuck the middleman. We don't even need England.
Ha, ha, ha.
We'll just get our shit over there right now. You guys ever heard of Tic Tac?
Yeah, your lucky numbers are 12 million houses I just bought.
Is most of the farming property in the Midwest.
Yeah. So the Sons of Liberty strongly opposed the Townsend Act taxes, which they saw as a violation of their rights as Englishmen to no taxation without representation.
Right. That was the big thing.
Here's the thing that I feel like a lot of people don't talk about with the Tea Party.
What shoes Paul Revere was wearing.
No.
All right.
They spun the block repping a different set.
Who?
So they disguised themselves as Native Americans.
Who? The white man?
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense.
A lot of people don't talk about this, but they spun the block, repping a different set, disguised as Native Americans the night of December 16th, 1773.
Now, blackface has always been bad, but Seminole face at one point was completely fine, and it helped us win America.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean... Yeah. Those are all Bostonians.
Also, what pussies are we, though? What pussies are we? Hey, they're definitely in paint face. They drew the facial features just like it.
I mean, like...
Which, to be fair, it could have been them, and now that I'm thinking about it, it was Native Americans. Because answer me this. What's a better possibility back then? That these old fucking cancer-riddled and buckle shoes white guys did something heroic, or they made their Native American slaves be like, hey, go do the thing. Then once you do it, and if you don't die, or if you do, doesn't matter, we're going to say we painted ourselves as you and did the thing.
Daniel, so fun. Anywho, they admitted to being disguised as Native Americans.
Right.
I like this new conspiracy no one's even thought of that you're suddenly proving to be fact based off of your own bullshit. So, the Sons of Liberty activists boarded the Dartmouth, a British ship that had docked in Boston carrying a large shipment of East India Company tea, and set about throwing 342 chests of the tea into the Boston harbor. The British government considered the protest an act of treason and responded harshly. 9 days later, on December 25th, at the Philadelphia Tea Party, American patriots similarly protested the arrival of a British tea shipment, which arrived aboard a British ship Polly. While the Philadelphia Patriot activists did not destroy the tea, they sent the ship back to England without unloading it.
Take that shit back to where you came from and tell them Uncle Sam sent you.
Say we don't want tea, we don't want tax, we don't want none of it.
We don't want none of it.
So Parliament responded in 1774 with the Intolerable Acts, or Coercive Acts, which, among other provisions, ended local self-government in Massachusetts and closed Boston's commerce.
Parliament, you must repent. I don't give two shits what England's
Samuel
saying.
Adams is born in 3 years. We don't give a fuck about what you're doing.
Oktoberfest is coming, pussies. Y'all niggas ain't ready.
Yeah. You ever had pumpkin lager? And blow your dick
You
right
want
in
a
the
winter
dirt.
ale, dipshit?
So, no, this is like Boston. So this is like...
That's why, yeah, he's fucking Oktoberfest.
Yeah,
Samuel
no,
Adams.
but it's not like a southern accent. It's like, yo, what the fuck is up,
No,
boss?
actually, realistically, they talked like English people, but I just imagine that takes me out of early
It's
American history.
Well,
if
the
I
thing
realize
is, they
if they all
didn't-
talk like Kelsey Grammer, I can't do it.
Well, the thing is, like, they kind of did away with the... I think it's like the Boston and Philadelphia accent are the closest to like the old British accents. Can you Google that to make sure I'm right? But like,
I think that's something retarded Philadelphia Eagles fans say to make themselves seem proper. Because why the fuck would it change from the
is
Queen's?
someone in 32 degrees at an Eagles tailgate just be like, yo,
Yeah, you know
Yo.
this used to be the Queen's accent. You're like, no, it didn't. You fucking idiot.
yo, you know the Queen love hoagies?
You know the Grinders was actually a UK thing, right? You're like, oh.
Yeah. Yo, you know the fucking Queen stuff a gobbler in her fucking pussy, dude?
You know, the Queen's a Birds fan. The Queen says go
Yeah,
Birds.
there's her photo in Jeffrey Epstein's flight log that is the Queen wearing an Eagles jersey.
Yeah, is it Prince Henry? Is that the bald one?
I think so.
What's the other one? Jacob?
Prince Harry?
Rick? They got a Gary over there.
If they had a Prince Rick, that would be crazy.
I mean, probably go by Richard.
And Rickless.
It's Richard, isn't it? Isn't that the...
I don't know. You can go. It was funny. I was doing an order at work the other day, and they asked for like each one of the names to be placed on like the order, and I had to write them out. And it was all the thing is, it was just like, Samoya and like Tyler, and then one was Richard, but in the like notes it's like, please put Dick. And like everyone else was just like soft, like kind of capital S lowercase, but dude, Dick got full uppercase the entire thing.
Because either someone's playing a joke or that is a man named Richard who has had an entire life where he's just like, look, I'm over it. I don't just Dick.
You can't call me Dick. I call me Dick.
Yeah, I call me Dick.
Yeah.
All right, we'll get back to close this up.
So, Parliament responded, like I said, in 1774 with the Intolerable Acts, a coercive acts, which, among other provisions, ended local self-government in Massachusetts and closed Boston's commerce. Colonists throughout the 13 colonies responded to the Intolerable Acts with additional acts to protest. And by...
I got some acts for your ass, motherfucker.
Yeah, first act, I beat your ass. Second act, I come up and fuck your mom. Intermission.
Yeah. Third act, well, we ain't quite got
Get yourself a soda, motherfucker. Intermission.
Intermission?
Intermission?
Oh, I thought you were saying intermission this whole time.
Intermission.
Yes, and
So I sit down, and so I'm in like the Beacon Theater, right? I'm going to go see Glenn Ross, and I'm like, Bob and Kirk and fucking Bill Burr.
Oh, you're doing like a Puerto Rican hanging out in...
I don't know exactly what accent I'm doing. I'm being honest.
There's 17 heritages going into this Boston Tea Party right now. There were no Puerto Ricans there, I'm pretty sure.
I'm Dominican.
No American accent is particularly close to Old English, which is different. Which is a different language entirely. But some American dialects, such as those found in parts of the southern U.S., particularly isolated communities,
like the Tangier Islands of Virginia.
That would have been my guess.
Indigenous people of Tangier Island in Virginia.
That would have been my guess, because that particular region of people is real good at holding on to like traditions and ways of life. So it's like I could see them being like, we're gonna live like the same way that there's French people, there's Creole people in Louisiana, which is retarded. The fact that you have
shut up. In the same respect that there's French people because France has always been a country, Cajun people, yeah, they're French people. They're South French people. That's what Creole is.
To not lose your accent over generations is crazy.
It's
you
not,
hear with first generation immigrants where their parents could be from the heart of China and but now they have the same.
We need to cut that.
They have the same. No, it's a cadence thing. It's a cadence.
That
thing.
needs to be cut.
Shut up. They have I'm a white talking black Jewish guy. I wish China would come for me. It'd be a whole problem for them. They could have that level of parent.
I can't even see Ian anymore. He's gone
because he's laughing because it's funny.
He's gone. He left.
But then they lose that accent in one generation. Do you know how crazy it is to live in the swamp with dinosaurs and be like toot 'em, Clint, toot 'em, and have that? No one ever beat that out of you. That was never anywhere.
It's French people who moved down to the bayou, and then they gone from like,
do you know what time?
Francais to like, oh, why don't you come on down? Like it's a boil down. It's in the same respect where you take butter, you take salt, you take onions, and you stew them down, and guess what you get at the end? Caramelized onions. It's not the same thing. You know
who else makes caramel? Every other region of the country makes caramelized onions, and they don't talk like cursive. What are you
yeah, they do. Yeah, I've heard a lot of cursive talk, dude.
You're not wrong. If I ever traveled abroad,
dude, I did a show in Kentucky with
that's cursive, but
with
that's
Hans.
English.
I mean, barely, dude.
No, like old. We just looked it up. That's old
dude,
English.
It was like literally everyone else was talking with us, and like I was like kind of by the merch booth after the show let out. And this dude, who I swear to God was the most Kentucky guy I've ever seen in my entire life,
brother.
No, literally like fucking fat roll tucked underneath the jeans, but still tucked in with a flannel, and I mean a horseshoe of dip.
He's in his good class button down.
Yeah, he's in a good flannel with a good hat on.
Yeah.
And he comes up and he's like, "Brother, I think you're fantastic," and like slaps my hand.
You can hear the tobacco in your voice.
Yeah,
brother,
I think you're fantastic. And absolutely, dude, smacks my hand, and it felt like I was high-fiving Groot. It was just straight up callous and hard work.
He had to tuck his old Mountain Dew spit cup into his armpit while holding the beer he's holding to shake your hand and be like, brother, how fucking
It's crazy to meet someone so redneck where I'm like, you haven't never said the N-word because you haven't even seen one.
No, they wouldn't even, that's like...
You've never seen a black guy before.
That would like be the fucking Aztecs seeing the Spanish ships. It didn't even compute in their head. But what is that? Like, I don't...
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, what is? Is God coming?
There's wooden planets on water coming our way. I have no clue what's going on.
Yeah, and they have a huge college football stadium.
I have family like that, weird enough, and I had to have that what is black people interaction when I was about 6 years old. First time I went to Regina, New Mexico with my dad. Brought me into it because all he told his family is that he's dating this girl that has a son already.
Just they're guiding you in like, yeah, come on now.
Well, no, we walked into
get into the play place now. Come on now.
We walked into my Aunt Mildred's trailer, and there, the whole family's there, kind of hanging out, and my Aunt Mega and Robert and everyone, they're all hanging out. And then we walk in, and you could have heard a pin, like they were talking.
Your Aunt Mega? What's her full name? Tron?
No, her name's Mega, but like her real name.
Man, I fucking hate the Autobots.
Nah, but my dad couldn't say her real name growing up, so he just called her Mega. Now everyone calls her Mega. My uncle, Grandpa Robert's also there. We're in the country. Long story short, we're in the country.
El Paso country, which is different.
Regina, New Mexico. Get it correct.
Yeah, sorry, I forgot that there was more than one fucking place in New Mexico.
But there was a scenario where someone in rural New Mexico. Can you look up the population of Regina, New Mexico? Where there's
and it is spelled vagina with an R.
It's vagina with an R. It's exactly how it sounds. Actually, the boys from Regina, Canada came down and thought they'd have a little chest. They thought they'd be funny. But there was a group of people in a trailer that watched a little black boy walk in, and it was a different time. It was 2003, 4, so they were just like, what the?
They went on their old iPod and played a record scratch when you walked in.
God damn. You said your name is what? Is this okay? Nice to meet you. And then they were nice after that, but the first I can't blame them either.
What the fuck is happening outside?
This is what it sounded like in the trailer when they saw me walk in.
Yeah, I'm hoping the mics can pick this up because it sounds like mayhem downstairs. There's this. Is it De La Rosa?
The population of Regina, New Mexico is very small, with one source citing it.
33 people. 33 people currently living in Regina, New Mexico.
When I tell you guys we're in the fucking sticks, I'm not lying to you. It's so small. Google doesn't even really count it.
You can have everyone in Regina at the stand, and it's a terrible downstairs show.
So, like I said, 73% of Regina, New Mexico is in this one double wide tree.
There is a large percentage of people in the double wide. Wait, no, that's just 2023. Well, how old were you? How old were you? Like 7?
It had to be like 2003 or 4.
Can we see?
Yeah, there's like, so it's me and my family basically hanging out in the wilderness.
There is a spike in 2012 where there's 5 people.
Well, yeah,
in
my
Regina,
cousin
Mexico.
Roberta had twins. And shot the whole thing up. Oh, that's great. All right. Finish your
really
thing and then I'll
cool.
go. Regina, New Mexico. Check it out. It's a hell of a place. There's this place called Denny's, not the chain, but it's a guy named
Go
Denny.
there during the afternoon. You can meet everyone in the town. The mayor, the cobbler, the candlestick maker, everyone.
There's not even that. It's basically my family who owns a oil and water truck moving company. I think Regina, New Mexico just might be the name of the shop. I think it might just be them over there.
Let me wrap up with this. So colonists throughout the 13 colonies responded to the intolerable acts with additional acts to protest by convening the First Continental Congress in Philadelphia, which petitioned the British monarch for repeal of the acts in coordinated colonial resistance.
In old English, they told this nigga to run it, basically.
Yeah, and this eventually led, through all these tidings, to the Revolutionary War.
Through all these tidings.
Through all these fucking T's and Bays, all these Boston massacres.
Where we told England basically to fucking kick rocks.
Yeah, we told England to kick rocks, and kick rocks they did.
And then we won. And we became America that we are today.
America.
The great conservative bastion of freedom that we lost so wholeheartedly about 15, 20 years ago. And now we live in a place that it's so fun.
Shut up.
What do you do?
I'm eating a take.
All right, let me get into my... How much time do we have, Ian?
You got 20 minutes.
Oh, perfect. That's exactly what I needed in my life. All right, here we go. How interested are you in cowboy?
Woodchuck chuck? Oh,
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if something about wood?
How did you fuck that up?
Could you do it?
How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck...
Thank you.
If a woodchuck
My
could chuck
retard
wood?
sitting to the right of me. Exactly.
Sorry, I like the idea of a woodcuck.
How much cuck could a woodcuck cuck if a woodcuck could cuck?
Yeah, no. How much
If a
wood
woodcuck
could
could
a
wood.
woodcuck cuck if Chuck could cuck my wood?
How much cuck could a woodchuck cuck if a chuck could cuck my wood?
Yeah.
My father-in-law's name is Chuck. That's weird.
Can
All right,
you
here we go.
imagine just like in the Holiday Inn Express in the cuck chair while a woodchuck is eating wood, just being like, yeah,
Man,
do it.
sometimes I let an otter fuck my wife at a Holiday Inn.
Yeah.
I watched.
Cracker on his belly like a goddamn clam.
But he built a dam around the cuck chair. He's like, I like having my own space.
You know, most otters mate for life. Not this one.
All right, here we go. Let me start this with a hard wow, wow, wow. What do you know about Wyatt Earp?
Wait. I got it.
Don't tell me you can do it. Wow, wow, wow. I'm kind of hard. Wow, wow, wow.
Oh, wait, I got it.
Wow, 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 wow. Shut up. That's great. Dude, we got to watch a Western now on the Patreon. www.patreon.com/ The Modern Apes for a Western watch along, which we're for sure going to do.
But first, Mamma Mia.
Yeah, but first, Mamma Mia.
Yeah, I don't want to watch it, but Haley made me watch it on a cruise, so now I'm making Daniel watch it in the comfort of his own home.
All right, here we go. Wyatt Berry Stop Earp.
Wyatt Earp.
Right, was a lawman in the American West involved in the gunfight of the OK Corral. We'll get to that in a sec. During which he and other lawmen killed 3 outlaws. While Wyatt Earp is usually depicted, there it is. Fuck yeah, brother. I lived with essentially, it's Densmore.
Cold stare.
It's Densmore. It's a guy who lived in Winslow, Arizona. That was the hardest motherfucker you ever met in your life. and he was nice to the guys he was nice to, and really not nice to the guys he was really not nice to.
Well, I'm sure he was fair and just.
Right.
Not doing that old drag you behind the back of a horse justice.
Right.
No, you keep thinking that.
Yeah. While Wyatt Earp is usually depicted as the key figure in the shootout, his brother Virgil was deputy marshal.
Could you imagine calling him Wyatt Twerp and then having your brain blown out in the middle of it?
Hey, Wyatt Twerp!
Just doesn't even take his hand off his hip. Just
puts it right back. His brother was the actual Doug Dimmadome. His brother Virgil was deputy U.S. Marshal, Tombstone City Marshal, and
fucking Tombstone.
Which you ever been to Tombstone?
Yeah,
it's in Arizona.
Yeah,
it's fun.
I went and my parents didn't let me get a cap gun, and that put the seal on the fucking trip for me. Because there's no way you drive 4 hours just to not let me get a $15 cap gun.
That makes sense. But even if you get a cap gun, me and Brody just ended up hitting the caps with rocks and fucking blowing our eardrums out. So you probably saved yourself.
No, I put the caps in the gun. I had a couple cap guns. I loaded them good.
Yeah, but the problem was me and Brody were playing Cowboys and Indians with the cap guns, and your parents heard you in your room be like, "Oh yeah, wouldn't you think you're so cool because you're on varsity? What if I'm the prom king?"
Yeah, so I don't go into this weird telenovela diatribe. Usually I just shoot my mom while she's cooking dinner.
All right. Earp moved between boom towns. He left Dodge in 1879 and moved with his brothers James and Virgil to Tombstone, where a silver boom was underway.
You want to know something?
What?
Viagra's got in your head, didn't he?
What do you mean?
Nick got in your head.
Did I switch back to fully bullet point notes and have my laptop up now? The fuck
and
he
you
did.
Completely typed out everything.
No, he did.
Viagra's got in you. He's living rent free in your dome, isn't he?
He's not living rent free, but I'm charging him a good price for rent. Because basically what happened was he shamed Tristan publicly, and then I took his side like the cuck chair sitter that I am. And then what I did is I went to Wikipedia like we normally do. I hate to pull the fucking onion back.
Ran it through ChatGPT, didn't you?
No, but I read it. To be fair, I did put in more work. I read the entire Wikipedia article, start to finish, which on Wyatt Earp, by the way, is 8 pages of fucking stuff.
It's extensive.
And then I went through and highlighted and copy and pasted all like the relevant shit. So we're not just sitting here being like, and his brother's dentist was, which is what we do half the time. So I did go in and
you gotta know.
Nick Viagas did not like knowing the brother's dentist.
He didn't give a shit about Bonnie and Clyde.
Yeah, and Body's gynecologist was, and Nick's like, let me give this nigga the light. So Earp moved between boontowns. Him and his brother, the fucking Doug Dimmadome of the West, they moved to Tombstone, where a silver boom was underway. The Earps held, if you eat all my Takis, law enforcement positions.
I just want one more. Maybe
everyone knows
another
that's
after
false.
that.
You might as well be an addict saying they're done with heroin. No one ever has one Taki and puts it down.
Just before I go to rehab, I just need my I need my last boot, dude. Come on.
Jesus Christ.
I can't survive in there, man. You want me to go through detox?
All right,
without my methadone.
Jesus, no, methadone is those stupid Trader Joe's ones. The Trader Joe's Takis.
Oh, absolutely.
They're
you can
fine.
kill yourself with those.
They're fine, but you want the real thing. Wyatt Earp had 7 siblings, full siblings: James, Virgil, Martha, Morgan, Warren, Virginia, and Adelia, and a couple other half siblings. Here's the important part: Virgil went to Missouri.
You copy and pasted the important parts, but still there's a more important
No, because there was a bunch of other shit. Let me tell you, there was so much shit. They went through every territory that this guy ever fucking lived in. He worked as like a steel miner and a coal mine, all this other shit that no one needs to know. All you need to know is this guy liked family. Family was his thing, and this is what
bread and butter.
This is what
He's
leads
a family
to
man.
Well, his fucking older brother was like the president of the goddamn world, and eventually it started handing out.
Who is his older brother? Why was he the president of the world?
Is that Virgil? Yeah, that's Virgil.
Virgil Earp.
Virgil Earp. Started handing out deputyships and sergeant shit, like all this other stuff. Started hooking his boys up. So here we go. So the very first gunfight. Virgil soon went to Missouri and Wyatt to Beardstown, Illinois, 70 miles apart, where they spent the summer of '69. That's where they got a lot of their.
Missouri and Illinois is 70 miles apart.
That's where they got their gunfight training.
That's crazy to me.
Where they were staying during the summer in Beardstown, a railroad brakeman named Tom Pinnard mocked Wyatt, calling him a California boy because he did do some time in California during some gold rush. A euphemism for a coward, implying that Wyatt had gone to California to.
So he called him gay.
He called him a fajil to his face.
What are you, some California girl? Guy's gonna hit so hard in the mid 2010s.
Yeah, and then all it says is he took offense at what Pinner's remarks were. They fought inside Walton's Hotel, a brothel owned by John T. Walton. Basically, Wyatt whipped his ass and then pulled a gun on him. They pulled guns on each other, and the guy missed, and Wyatt shot him in the thigh. That was the very first gunfight. He was married to a lady named Aurelia Southern. She died while she was pregnant with their kid. Basically, I say all that to say this guy had a real fucking tough upbringing, but was real big into family, and his brother got into government. Essentially, this is George W. Bush. George W. Bush back in like Tombstone times. And then, so he moved to Tombstone, Arizona. I'm going to read this as cinematic as I can. Dodge City had been a frontier cow town for several years. But by 1879, it had begun to settle down. Virgil Earp, the local Elon Musk, was the town, get this, was the town constable in Prescott, Arizona territory. And he wrote...
Prescott?
Yeah, in Prescott. Wrote to Wyatt about the opportunities in the silver mining boomtown of Tombstone. He later wrote, in 1879, Dodge was becoming loose for men of the snap which me and Wyatt were from, and Tombstone was becoming a place of severance and a place that we could unite the family, which is awesome. It's basically just Red Dead.
What he wants.
It's Red Dead Redemption. It's essentially what it is.
Dutch.
Yeah. They were reunited with Doc Holliday, which you've ever seen Tombstone's a big character, and Big Nose Kate. I think she liked cocaine. And
also, sorry, I saw a mod that someone did for Red Dead Redemption where they switched Dutch's character model and dialogue for the kid.
Like Billy the Kid or like the actual kid?
For the child that you're with in Red Dead Redemption 2.
Jesus fuck.
And so it's just like it's like John Marston sitting there and his Dutch is like, "What's going on, John?"
What the fuck?
He's like, "Can you help me up on the horse?"
Could you please just use my right arm? I need help getting
John,
up.
I need some help.
Do you ever
Got to go back to Blackwater.
Do you ever appreciate how living in Arizona for so long gave us a pretty sick cowboy accent? We can do a cowboy voice pretty good. You ever heard someone that's not from the west side of the country do it?
Yeah.
It's not great.
Yeah, no, you're surrounded by like cowboy culture.
Well, me personally, but I'm just saying in general, like just living in Arizona.
I'm fucking not.
No, I'm saying living in Arizona. You've seen a horse on the side of the road before. We're just
Tons,
like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Yeah, tons.
Yeah, that doesn't happen.
But it's
everywhere.
like it's not even like old timey cowboy. It's crazy to see like modern day cowboying people who are like keeping up with it. You know?
Like actually do it.
Like
that's Michael Densmore. His dad owns a fucking ranch.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like you'll like hit up your buddy and they're like, "Where the fuck are you?" And it's like, "I'm stuck behind cows."
I'm driving these cattle about 3 miles over yonder, and nothing about that sentence is a joke. These are people being super fucking serious.
Yeah, no. It's like it's like 5 dudes on horses in front, just like escorting cows down. Like
No, and if you ask them what their
road.
occupation is, they say cowboy. That's their like real job.
Yeah.
You just follow around fucking cows. I've had to pull calves out of cows' pussies and shit, like real rancher shit.
Oh yeah, dude. Like literally, it was like that. That was whenever we got home from like, I would wake up in the drive home from like going to like California or something like that.
Yeah.
And I would smell cow shit, and
That's
I
how you knew you
I was home.
If you go out into like southwestern Phoenix, like past the metropolitan area, it gets real fucking farmy out there. Real farmy.
That's where we grew up.
Yeah, not me. I was northeast Phoenix.
That's where I grew up.
Yeah, that's where he grew up. But to counter offset my Scottsdale, I did go to Regina, New Mexico, which I think has half a person living there.
Hanging out and wanting to jump into irrigation. Like irrigation, like those little tunnels with all the water and shit like that. And you're like, it seems so refreshing. It's 115. It's
It is
like,
not.
That's
It's not at
all
all.
cow shit water.
Yeah, that's cow runoff, buddy. You might turn to Superman. There's not a not zero chance, but it might just be manure. All right, let me speed through this because this gets intense, and I could get stiff to this entire paragraph. So they were reunited, right, in Prescott. Let me read you the first confrontation he had with the Outlaw Cowboys, which was in Tombstone, kind of the cowboy bandito group that was causing them a bunch of gruff. Towards the end, they go
Gruff
to
is the biggest thing you can cause someone back in that day.
back then. If you're causing gruff, and to be fair, they go to trial and they kind of have a point. They kind of have a point. On July 25th, 1880, Army Captain Joseph H. Hurst asked Deputy U.S. Marshal Virgil Earp to assist him in tracking the outlaw cowboys who had stolen 6 Army mules from Fort Rucker, Arizona. Virgil requested the assistance of his brothers, Wyatt and Morgan, along with fellow Wells Fargo agent Marshall Williams. Wells Fargo used to be...
Wait, what?
You never seen the logo for Wells Fargo is a horse and wagon.
Yes.
It's a stagecoach, a horse and wagon. The fuck you think they were doing?
Yeah, it was
This isn't the Oregon Trail,
Yeah, you
nigga.
thought McDonald's had like a fucking clown. You didn't think he started as Barnum and Bailey.
No, they're a bank, so they're transporting money. What do you think you have to have when you're transporting money? About
I thought this was like
you thought
one
like
of the Wells Fargo
was like,
gang.
No. It was Wells Fargo. They're a bank, and they're transporting gold and cash and shit, and they would get robbed. So
Okay, that makes sense.
They had a gang of niggas with them.
So this is the original Brinks truck.
Yes, this is you see the guys inside, those are the Jews of the time. The guy on the top has 17 guns, and there's 3 guys hiding on those horses right there, ready to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
And 2 guys trailing on horses. Anyway, so Wells Fargo's out there being JP Morgan could never.
Yeah.
You think Chase would do any of that? Okay, so they're out there. And they found the
Sun
mules.
West? Sorry, I was just thinking about Arizona local credit unions.
Yeah, it's a small credit union.
Yeah.
So they're out there and they tracked the stolen cows to the McLeary's ranch. McLeary was a cowboy, a term in the region that was generally referred to a loose association of outlaws, some of whom were landowners and ranchers. Legitimate cowmen were referred to as cattle herders and sometimes ranchers. They found a branding iron that the cowboys had used to change the U.S. brand to a D.8 brand, which was their brand of the time. So the cowboys showed up 2 days later without the mules because the Earps got to the ranch and were like, okay, I know you niggas have the shit. You guys got 2 days to fucking give us the shit. They show up 2 days later without the mules and laughed at Hearst and Earps. In response, Hearst printed a handbill describing the theft. So eventually, he's trying to be a just lawman. He goes and he basically writes out a police report and puts it in the town paper that says, hey, these guys stole the shit. We found them, but they fled the scene. These guys put out some shit in their own town paper that's essentially like, fuck the police coming straight from the underground. And it causes an entire thing. County Sheriff Charles A. Scheibel appointed Virgil Earp deputy sheriff for the eastern part of Pima County, Arizona in 1880, which included Tombstone. So now his brother has all this power. The sheriff's position is worth more than $40,000. Do you know what that's worth today?
Probably at least like 6 figures.
1.3 million. Because
7 figures.
because he was also county assessor and tax collector and the board of supervisors. He was
That's tight. You can be all those things.
He was on all of the stuff. So all of this beef between the Cowboys and the Earp party, there was a bunch of stuff where like the Cowboys, which is like the name of the actual posse, were threatening all of Earp's brothers, and they were going back and forth into this whole like, fuck you, we'll kill you. And the Earps are trying to be just this entire time. So the shootout comes to a head at this thing called the shootout at the OK Corral. Which, have you seen?
I haven't seen anything about the shootout at the OK Corral.
Way better than the Alamo. San Antonio can suck a cock. The OK Corral is way better. There's way more shit. Because, do you know what a corral is?
Yeah, it's like a bar.
No. So,
I don't know.
It's a place where you keep horses and cows. To corral them, you know?
That adds up.
Right? So, God, you suck. So, the tension comes to a head between the Earps and the Cowboys on...
But you could imagine that a place called the OK Corral would be...
That's a gay bar in Brooklyn, I'm pretty sure.
It does sound like...
Everyone, you can't come in if your chaps have asses.
Karaoke at the OK Corral.
That would sell.
Yeah.
I'm opening
it. Would be called the OK Corral.
I do warm up. I wear my gray skinny jeans that I haven't worn since I've been in New York.
Dude, you would crush it being like a warm up at a gay bar. Or like a gay club.
Take offense or that's good.
See the check and see if you'd take offense to that.
I go $800.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
I'm wearing mesh next week.
What? I got to get my good Spanx out. So around 3 p.m., the Earps. Let me back up a little bit. So
what about Wyatt Derp? Am I right? What idiot?
That'll get you killed back in the 1800s.
Sorry, I'm doing the old 2010 Rage Comics version comedy.
Right. Okay. So Ike Clayton, Billy Claiborne, and the other Cowboys had been threatening to kill the Earps for several weeks, and Tombstone City Marshal Virgil Earp and a regional president, learned that they were armed and gathered near the OK Corral. He asked Wyatt Earp and Morgan Earp and also Doc Holliday, who had a way bigger part in the movie that I'm realizing he actually did, as he... Right? You've seen Tombstone? Bro, he's all over Tombstone. Like, he had something to fucking do with the thing. He gets killed so quick. It's crazy. And it was their intent to disarm the cowboys. Wyatt had been deputized by Virgil a few days prior, because you could just do that, as a temporary assistant marshal, and Morgan was a deputy and a city marshal. Around 3 p.m., the Earps and Holiday headed towards Fremont Street, where the cowboys had been gathering. They found 5 cowboys in a vacant lot adjacent to the OK Corral's rear entrance on Fremont Street. There was a lot narrow between. They can do a shoot. They can do a shoot. What is this old English writing that I copied? And
oh no,
pasted
you
over?
copy and pasted it. Why didn't you fucking read it first?
I was getting mad at something, and then I realized it had to be myself.
Yeah, it's all you. You're only mad at yourself right now.
So they get into a big shootout. The two parties were initially about 6 to 10 feet apart from each other. Ike Clayton and Billy Claiborne fled, but Tom and Frank McCleary and Billy Clayton stood their ground and were killed. So they killed 3 guys. Morgan was clipped, that's one of Wyatt's brothers, by a shot across his back that skinned both shoulder blades. Virgil was shot through the calf, and Doc Holliday was grazed by a bullet. The fucking gangster that he is, Wyatt Earp, came out unscathed. So the Cowboys went to court. As pussies do once they start issues and then lose them, they went to court and were basically like, let's charge these guys for murder. And it turns out that...
They didn't kill anyone.
No, the Cowboys didn't kill anyone.
No, I'm saying the other guys didn't kill anyone.
Wyatt Earp and them, they killed 3 guys.
Oh, I thought you meant that the robbers took the Cowboys.
No, I take that back.
To court.
Basically what happened, long story short, they met the bad guys at OK Corral, got into a gunfight. They killed 3 bad guys. 2 of the guys on the good guys were maimed, and Wyatt Earp came out unscathed. So the bad guys go to court, and they're like, but mister, they fucking, first degree murder. And the judge, who happened to be friends of the store owner, philosopher, mayor, constable, whatever. He was friends with Virgil.
Chocolatier. He's Willy Wonka.
he's friends with Virgil. So they got off, and there were no murder charges on.
No, the guy who's running every other thing in the town besides the court gets off.
Yeah, they got off, and there were no murder charges. So now the Cowboys want revenge. So what happened was Virgil, the guy who's Superman basically, was ambushed on December 28th while taking a walk between saloons on Allen Street and Tombstone, and he was maimed by a shotgun blast that struck him in the arm and shoulder. So he got killed by old
maiming.
boy. Right. And then his other brother, Morgan Earp, was murdered on March 18th while playing billiards, shot by a gunman firing from a dark alley door through kind of clipped him. And then so there's this thing called the Revenge Ride, which is 70% of the movie of Tombstone. It's awesome. This is my crash out. Which, to be fair, crash out a lot of the times implies unwarranted. This is such a warranted crash out.
Yeah.
They clipped 2 of his fucking brothers. So the day after Morgan's murder, Deputy U.S. Marshal Wyatt Earp, he's been climbing the ranks, now he's a Deputy U.S. Marshal, formed a posse made up of his brothers who are still living, James and Warren, Doc Holliday.
This is like before the military. So to be a Deputy U.S. Marshal, you have like everyone within states to be able to come help.
Basically, you're Jesus, and these are your disciples in a local town. So
I turn water into whiskey.
Yeah, they bring all these boys out, and they're paying them $5 a day. They took Morgan's body to a rail.
That is not a fucking cheap amount to be paid.
No, these guys are getting paid like legit because they're like, fuck you niggas, we are coming with everything we have. I'll read a little bit later. Wyatt Earp leverages his house to pay these guys. It's like, fuck you niggas, take everything I have. They're paying.
Sure, his wife was pumped.
She's dead. So they took Morgan's body to Railhead. That's his brother, and James accompanied it to the family home in Colton, California, where Morgan's wife and parents waited to bury him. Let me go a little before. The Earp posse briefly returned to Tombstone, where Sheriff Bahan tried to stop them, but was brushed aside. Hairlip Charlie and Warren remained in Tombstone, and the rest set out for Pete Spence Woods camp in the Dragoon Mountains. Spence was absent, but they found and killed Florentino Indian Charlie Cruz. Which, by the way, this is making me think that all the guys who had weird nicknames for like the New York teams just kind of copied these guys.
Well, also, it's a very apparent nickname, just Hairlip Charlie. Why do they name him that?
Yeah, because he's quick.
Yeah.
2 days later, they stumbled onto the wood camp of this dude named William and his lady Pony, and other outlaw cowboys near Iron Springs in the Whetstone Mountains. According to reports from both sides, the two immediately exchanged gunfire. The Earp party withdrew to find protection from the heavy gunfire, except for Wyatt and Texas Jack Veerman, which is a pretty sick name, whose horse was shot. Curly Bill by the way, there's a lot of names I'm reading. Fucking do the research if you want. They have fun names, so I left them in. I could have just said the bad guys, but I won't, and I'll say Curly Bill fired at Wyatt.
I know, it's great. You're just rolling past people that are like, oh, Quesarito Phil.
Do you Yeah, you want me to take the time to explain Brisket Bob? Or
I don't think we have the time to explain Brisket Bob. I don't think we have the time.
Curly Bill fired at Wyatt and missed. 18 months earlier, Wyatt had protected Curly Bill against lynch.
You betrayed me, Curly Bill.
He also provided testimony that helped spare Curly Bill in a murder trial for the killing of...
Curly Bill went on to start Arby's and inspire his name through fries.
Yeah. Well, he did get proven innocent for the killing of Marshal Fred Wyatt. Wyatt returned Curly Bill's gunfire with his own shotgun. Yeah,
is that Curly Bill?
It has to be Curly Bill.
It's literally because his hair is curly.
It's curly.
It's literally because his hair is curly.
Long story short, Wyatt put a fucking shotgun to his chest.
Didn't require a lot of imagination to come up with nicknames in the Wild West, did it? It's kind of observation based.
Well, they should have called him Hot Lead Bill because
he keeps killing guys.
No, because he ended with buckshot in his fucking chest.
Oh, that's bad.
He died.
Okay. Well, I loved you.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more detail that I could go into on this. I will. I'll do a little bit. Okay, let me do a little bit, then I'll wrap this up. Earp told
Please.
There's so much. I didn't realize it because I get juiced over this, but it was honestly, I'll give you the hardest thing. It was so hard to pick like the parts that you needed, but now I'm realizing you kind of need some. Some of the other parts.
Mine was so tight and succinct.
The story that I essentially just told is there's these guys in the Southwest. They're brothers. They're bullies, and now they're hunting. Now they're hunting down these gang of cowboys
that killed his brothers
over kind of shit that they started.
Yeah,
that is not what happened. But I will finish this because the ending's sweet.
Okay, please.
Sure. The tits.
Come on, dude. Act like you've been here before.
I am, but there's so. I went the other way. This is Nick.
Welcome to the Wit Studio. My guest, Daniel Bridgegad.
This is Nick Viagas' fault because now I have too much information. It's really hard to comb through a lot of info. Earp was finally able to get on his horse and retreat with the rest of the posse. Some modern researchers have found that most saddle horses by this time were made of steel. Not okay. Look, I lost my spot. Essentially, here's what.
Are we talking about the material of the horse saddles?
You wouldn't believe how juiced I was in my room doing this entire thing.
You got through. You said you fine combed it.
I did. If we had 38 minutes for me to read all of this, it would be such a sweet story.
That's
but now
2/3 of the podcast.
Okay, all right. Do your good, the bad, and the ugly thing, and I'll give you a quick surmise.
Now I feel like a monkey.
Dance, nigga.
I'm doing it because it's fun,
right,
and not because you asked me.
Right.
Wait, I gotta get it right.
The time is 1880 something, I think. There's this family that's named the Earps. They're actually really rich. Describe the underdog story that they try and paint to you. The main character, his name is Wyatt. His brother Virgil is king of pretty much the Southwest. They get into beef with these guys called the Cowboys, who realistically are just tradesmen trying to get along, now that I'm looking at it. And the Earps get into beef with them. They get into this big shootout, the thing called the Old K Corral. It didn't need to happen. It all could have been solved with a little bit of conversation and maybe some whiskey, but it didn't. The Earps go over and they just start harassing these niggas to the point where they have a gunfight. So much so that half the gang of the bad guys leaves. And you know what they do? They resolve it. Just kidding. They kill all of them in cold blood. Then the bad guys are kind of pissed that you killed most of their friends. So they come back and kill two of the Earp brothers. And then what does Earp do? Does he come to a conclusion that goes, an eye for an eye, maybe we should call this thing right here? Wrong. They go straight Hatfields and McCoys and just go to slaughtering each other in cold blood. I should have done the Hatfields and McCoys.
A real Cobbs and Shaw.
Yeah, real fucking Hobbs and Shaw. And then basically what happened.
It's a different movie.
Cobbs and Shaw?
Yeah. It's Cobbs and Shaw, and it's about...
Is it VeggieTales?
Corn on the cob.
Basically what happens is the Earps come back. Give me one more. The Earps come back, and they massacre the Cowboys in cold blood. and kill pretty much everyone. And then you think in the third act of the movie that Wyatt Earp's going to get brought to trial and justice. And then he doesn't, because again, his brother Virgil owns everything. And they get away with it. And the very last thing that happens...
I'm doing the Avatar ending credits.
And the very last thing that happens is Wyatt Earp on his deathbed gets talked to by a reporter, and the reporter asks, "Do you have any regrets?" And he says, "What are regrets? If I could do it, I'd do it all over again," which is awesome. And that's it. Wyatt Earp, ladies and gentlemen. Watch Tombstone. It's great. Sorry, I didn't realize that I had that much stuff.
Watch Tombstone. The principal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off is in it before he's been convicted as a pedophile.
What?
Yeah. The newspaper guy from Tombstone, the guy who was the principal from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, was convicted of making and distributing child pornography.
So you've seen Tombstone?
No, I've seen him being convicted of child pornography.
Oh, okay. But you've never seen him in Tombstone?
Nope.
I was going to be pissed if you let me struggle through that whole recantment of fucking Wyatt Earp.
That guy, look at that guy.
Mr. Rooney?
Yeah, he was also in Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
It was really funny in the second Beetlejuice. They didn't want to cast him, so his death was he was eaten by a shark, and they only played him from the legs down. So they didn't have to have him in the movie.
So you don't got to credit him.
Yeah.
Smart. Anyway, that's very quick recall. I feel like I did a bad job of fucking recanting the Tombstone
you did.
stuff. I know, it wasn't great. That's fucking A. God damn it.
And I had a perfect
I blame Nick Viagas. I know. Fucking Nick Viagas
he got in your head.
He was getting in my head. I want to show the people at home, just because I know they'll talk shit in the comments. Look at this. I have so much stuff. There's so much shit on there, niggas. Believe me, it took so long to get through.
We have a 1 hour podcast.
I know, but you took up 48 minutes, then we riffed a lot in the beginning.
So it's my fault?
I think it.
All right. Well,
I'm pretty
as long
sure.
as you can sleep at night.
That being said, the niggas that really love us are as loyal as ever, and the army is growing every day. When you join the Patreon, we do encourage you to change your name to something fun, make it something that is notable, and we have gotten a couple. Oh damn, we just got a brand new free member.
Oh, who dat?
Olivia Carter.
No
I
way.
blame Nick Viagas. Now my.
Yeah. What's
funny.
up?
And that happened an hour ago.
Fallon alumni. Hello.
That tells me she's trying to stalk and see what's going on the podcast. Which, by the way, they don't even let people who do the Tonight Show know that there's nothing free on the Patreon. You have to pay at least $1 to get anything.
Like, to be fair, like the video came out as a free one.
To be fair, I don't.
She
think,
just wanted to see.
I don't think it's her. I think we just got a new Patreon member who understands
the joke. Ah, damn!
It's some guy.
I got excited. I was about to bring it up next time I saw her.
I can pull it up right now. If the email doesn't
check
match
the email.
This is absolutely not her. Wow.
Oh, okay. Well, you got me. Egg in my face.
As always, when you join the Patreon and you understand the jokes, or just change your name to something fun that'll make us laugh, we read them out at the very end of every episode.
Olivia Carter's a great example.
Yeah, and no one's ever done this format before, so stop asking me if I saw it somewhere else, and I know you know the answer, and the answer's no.
They record in the same studio.
Right
down the hall.
Yeah, brand new $10 follower at Gus Ryan Rebello. Ryan spelled R-Y-O-N. Has to be black.
Real Key and Peele way of spelling that.
Right. We got Nathan Lennox, ex-freeloader, still tight ass. Appreciate you for coming out. Brand new guy.
Welcome.
We got Tristan shaved head. Tristan shaved his head to match his white cloak.
Oh, he's saying that I'm a Ku Klux Klan member.
Yeah, that's what I got from that. We got Mad Max Curry Road.
That okay. So join the Patreon to hear the voices that come with Mad Max Curry Road.
Yeah. Can we do that on the Patreon?
I would put a note for Internal Affairs because I would love to do Mad Max Curry Road.
I say him every week. Femboy Pussy go blap blap, which is great.
Sorry, I'm just thinking about Mad Max Curry Road.
It's pretty good.
It's a guy. All right. We might have to cut this, but it's a guy whose car is about to explode, and he takes out like that canister of like the
spray paint or whatever.
Yeah, but it's.
I pictured a guy on top of the warthog with all the speakers playing whatever instrument causes. Instead of a guitar.
The guy's leaning down and scooping street food into a fucking newspaper with his hand.
Thank you for calling AT&T.
I will meet you in Valhalla where there's plenty of baby girls for all the taking.
Hey,
Valhalla is the DMs of a white girl.
join the Patreon. Don't join the Patreon. I guess we do it on the free level now. It is what it is.
No, there's so much more. There's so much more. Curry Road.
Oh, that's pretty. That's pretty great. We got.
I will make myself a martyr on the Curry Road.
On the Curry Road. Coughed. We got Drip Chicken, district manager with lupus.
Oh yeah, that's Carl.
No, it's not.
It's not Carl.
It's not Carl.
So someone is appointed Carl as Drip Chicken manager.
Because wasn't it something else last week? Wasn't it like regional manager or
Yeah.
like shift lead or it was shift lead? That's what it was. And I was Drip Chicken district manager. He's gonna be regional GM at the end of this. And then to close it out, we got. Oh, it's always my favorite. Let me read this. Let me make sure I get you a good read. Carl, I can acquire happiness in the form of a harem of women in the house of Gus Goldthorpe.
I mean, God bless you if you can, pal.
Yeah. Carl, I can acquire happiness in the form of a harem of women in the house of Gus Goldthorpe. Join the Patreon. It's $10. We appreciate you guys. I will write less notes and riff more next time. Sweet Jesus. If you're still paying attention towards the back end, the reality of it is
I mean, Curry Road, if you're here for that.
If you hung on for Curry Road,
Yeah.
join the Patreon. It's $1. We'll see you guys next week.